Hi friends, welcome back to the 8 Laws of Health. Today we're going to talk about one of the most neglected yet most healing gifts from God, rest. You see, we live in a world that glorifies busyness, but science and scripture both remind us that rest is not optional. It is essential for your body, your mind, and your spirit. We often hear, get 7 to 8 hours of sleep, and yes, that's important. But new research shows that when you sleep is just as important as how long you sleep. One study followed nearly 90,000 people for 7 years. It found that those with irregular sleep schedules, not going to bed and waking up consistently, had a much higher risk of developing 172 different diseases, including diabetes, kidney failure, and neurological conditions. Researchers estimate that over 20% of these diseases could be prevented with better sleep habits. Another large study revealed that even if you sleep enough hours, irregular bedtimes raises your risk of heart disease, stroke, or heart failure by 26%. So friends, consistency matters. Going to bed and waking up around the same time is a powerful health habit. Isn't it amazing how technology is teaching us things we suspected all along? Studies using wearable devices show that sleep stages, like the REM and deep sleep, directly affect risk of obesity, high blood pressure, depression, and anxiety. In other words, it's not just the hours, it's the quality and the regularity of your rest that shape your long-term health. Now let's be real. Most of us have pulled late nights, studying, working, or scrolling on our phones. But chronic sleep loss is dangerous. When we cut corners on sleep, our bodies respond with higher cortisol or stress hormone, poor glucose regulation, pushing us toward type 2 diabetes, disrupted appetite hormones, which can lead to weight gain, higher blood pressure, and cardiovascular strain. A 2025 study confirmed that chronic short sleep increases risk of obesity, diabetes, and early death. Friends, sleep is not laziness, it's medicine. Irregular sleep is strongly linked to early signs of atherosclerosis, the hardening of arteries that lead to heart disease. And listen to this, researchers found that irregular sleep patterns were almost as harmful as smoking when it comes to heart health risk. That's sobering, isn't it? Sleep disruptions doesn't just happen in isolation. In fact, doctors have found that changes in sleep often show up before flare-ups in chronic diseases, like inflammatory bowel disease. Sleep is not just recovery, it's a warning signal. So, if your sleep is restless or inconsistent, don't ignore it. Your body may be trying to tell you something. Now, beyond the science, let's talk faith. God built rest into creation itself. On the seventh day, he rested. Jesus himself often told his disciples, come apart and rest a while. In Mark 6, verse 31, let's take a look at Ministry of Healing, page 236. It reads, some make themselves sick by overwork. For these, Rest, freedom from care, and a spare diet are essential to restoration of health. Rest isn't weakness, it is worship, it's trust. Every time you pause, sleep, or honor the Sabbath, you're saying, Lord, I trust you to keep me while I rest. Here are a few simple ways to honor this law of health. Keep a regular bedtime and wake up time, even on weekends. Shut down screens at least 30 to 60 minutes before bed. Create a calming routine, prayer, reading, or light stretching. Make your bedroom a rest sanctuary. It should be dark, cool, and quiet. And end your day with gratitude, placing your cares in God's hands. So here's your challenge for this week. Pick a bedtime and wake up time and stick with it for 7 days. Choose one unplug habit before bed, like no screens after 9 p.m. And journal how your mood, focus, and energy feel by the end of the week. Rest is God's gift, woven into creation, confirmed by science, and essential for health. Protect it, embrace it, and let it renew your body and spirit. Join me next time as we discover the final law of health: trust in God, the foundation that ties everything together.